You can do a bit better than that. Good evening, everyone! Thank you. Thank you. Now, this nativity is going to begin in a couple of seconds' time. But just a few things to say. These guys have worked really, really hard over the last, as someone on the video said, 4 whole Saturdays. And the Thursday, and the Friday, and some birthdays. They've just worked really, really hard in general. So it would be really great if we could just follow these simple ground rules. Every time you hear a joke, laugh. That's exactly it. Okay. Right, so we're going to practice that one. Right, has anyone got a joke? This is always a risky thing to say. Jenna.
Why couldn't the teddy bear eat a cupcake?
I don't know. Why couldn't the teddy bear eat a cupcake?
Because it was stuffed.
Because it was stuffed. I think you can do even better than that, though, to be honest. Go for it.
Why did the witches wear name tags?
Why did the witches wear name tags?
To tell which witch was which.
To tell which witch was which. Okay, let's see if you can get your laugh even louder than that. Okay.
Why did the platypus cross the road?
Why did the platypus cross the road?
To prove he wasn't a chicken.
To prove he wasn't a chicken. Okay, that's great. So if we could keep that for the whole show, that would be amazing. One more thing. Just give them a massive round of applause, okay? And one more small thing. Make sure your mobile phones are turned off. Yeah? I'll better turn mine off as well, actually. Yes. And if you're going to take photos, please turn the flashes off. Otherwise, we might just find that it puts the cast off it like this. Okay? Great. Okay, so without further ado, please give a massive round of applause for the cast of the Nativity!
Tonight we want to tell you a very special story. Have you ever wondered what Christmas is really about?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you the story of the birth of Jesus Christ. He's the reason we celebrate Christmas. Have you noticed Christ in Christmas? First of all, let's introduce you to our main characters. So please will you give a big round of applause for Mary.
Hi there, I'm Mary. I give birth to Jesus and I come from Nazareth.
So, who else do we need?
A baby!
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Joseph.
Hi, I'm Joseph. I'm engaged to Mary. She's my significant other.
Next up, please welcome the angel Gabriel.
I'm Miriam Gabriel, or Gabs for short, and I'm from way out north. And my name is Angel Delight. I'm Gab's personal assistant.
Now, this wouldn't be a nativity without
A baby!
shepherds.
Hi, I'm shepherd number 1, and I live in a field.
Hi, I'm Shepherd number 2 and I also live in a field.
Hi, I'm Shepherd 3 and I also live in a field.
I'm Shepherd 4, and I don't.
And finally, please welcome
A baby!
the wise men.
Hi, wise man number 1. I'm a Nobel Prize winner.
Wise man number 2, doctorates in theology, oncology and microbiology.
Wise man number 3, doctorate in physics and currently working on the Large Hadron Collider with CERN. I'm wise man number 4, and I have a McDonald's swimming badge.
I'm wise man number 5, and I'm their mum.
I'm the innkeeper! And this is my... Oh yeah, go on, go on. This is my daughter.
Finally, of course we need
A baby!
an evening star.
No,
So now, let's begin our story. Why do we celebrate Christmas? Why does it have so much meaning? Imagine for a moment all the stars in the sky, the countless constellations, the sprawling solar system, and among it, our tiny little planet on Earth. God made all of those things and all the people and inhabitants of our planet. And then, just over 2,000 years ago, when we needed him, God came down to save us and show us how life should be lived. This is the story of how God came to be with us. Our story opens with a young lady named Mary.
Hello? Hello?
Unless you look a little bit deeper, there's nothing particularly remarkable about Mary, especially if her Facebook profile is She's from a town called Nazareth, and she's engaged to be married to Joseph. To God, she is very important. So important that God sends an angel down from heaven with a message just for her.
Greetings, favoured one, the Lord is with you.
Oh wow, an angel?
The truth be known, I'm actually his top dog, Angel Gabriel.
And who is this?
This is my intern and personal assistant, Angel Delight.
Angel Delight, yes. Pleasure to meet you, Angel Delight.
She'll be recording everything we say for training and monitoring purposes. It's her first name. Pleased to meet you, God. This isn't God, this is Mary. We'll meet God later. Anyway, cut to the chase. Congratulations! You're to give birth to the Son of God, surprise!
Wait, what? Sorry, go back a bit. No, not literally. What I mean to say is, what on earth are you talking about?
Okay, you will conceive in your womb a bearer son, and his kingdom will have no way.
Okay, so how is this going to happen? I've never, you know...
That's the power of the Holy Spirit, Mary. Nothing is impossible with God. You up for it?
I love my God, so I am up for it.
Awesome!
One last question. How will I know that it's mine?
I'm not really to spend much time with this soon. Everything you need to know is in this leaflet here.
Giving birth to the Son of God for dummies.
Any further questions, please speak to my PA.
Now, as you all know, Mary is engaged to a young man named Joseph.
That's me.
Not too much. And this is his online dating profile picture.
The lighting was good, okay?
Of course, none of this really matters because you soon find out that Mary is pregnant. Mary's pregnant!
Wait, what? How can this be? I've never been, you know, she must have had an affair or something. Right, that's it. I'm going to show this guy what I'm made of. Stand up for myself. Will you come with me?
No.
You're probably right. If I made a big thing about it, that might put Mary in danger. Because I'm a nice person, I'll leave her quietly.
And that really is a nice thing to do. Because if he had made a big fuss of it, chances are Mary will be stoned to death. Well done, Joseph. Nice one. But then, look who rocked up.
I rocked up!
Who on earth are you?
Don't worry, I'm an angel. You mustn't leave Mary. She hasn't had any affairs. That baby is the Son of God. Oh, and one more thing. Call him Jesus, that would be grand. Everything you need to know is in this pamphlet here.
10 reasons Sam Felton smells. Who on earth is that?
When Joseph had checked that his drink hadn't really been spiked, he did everything the angel had told him. But the Roman emperor, who ruled over the land, sent an order saying he wanted everyone to take part in the census. So Joseph and Mary have to go back to a place called Bethlehem to be registered.
Wait, what? Back to Bethlehem? Oh, but I just bought tickets to see the new Star Wars film tonight. £12 each those tickets cost me.
I'm sure you can get a refund. Now shoot!
Oh, but I really wanted to go.
Come on!
I breathe in and hold my breath. I breathe out and I see mist. It's cold tonight. I can hear the sound of sheep milling about on the hillside, and the boys are all standing by looking up at starry sky. It's cold tonight. I can see my breath. In the distance are a few glimmers of life in Bethlehem, a few candles left in windows, but there's no spare room. We've already seen travellers pass us by, tempted by our tents out here on the hillside. The little town of David is full to the brim tonight. But out here, there's space to breathe. Under the stars, we sigh. It's cold tonight. I can see my breath. Then there's an explosion. Above our heads, the sky has broken. Like the stars have collided and a fire has started. The sheep have scattered and our bravery is shattered. We're on the floor, face down to the ground. I can't breathe. I can't see for light. I'm shaking now, not from the cold, because I'm terrified. Do not be afraid. Are you joking? I've just witnessed the heavens exploding, and now my ears are filling with what sounds like singing. Like a chorus is crashing over our heads, waves of anthems declaring glory to God in the highest. I'm trying to get to my feet and catch my breath, but my heart's in my throat and my courage has left. Do not be afraid. Good news. That's what we heard. Good news. There's hope for us. There's a way for us. Today is the day God has chosen to meet us. Down there in the town, He's waiting to see us. We can be first, though we are society's last. The creator of it all has showed up tonight. He's tiny and homeless, but He is the life. No wonder there's angels in the sky as a light. All of heaven declares you can meet God tonight. And now we're running down to the town. We're all going to see Him, just where the angels said we would find Him. He didn't even have a bed. Wrapped up in blankets, I could just glimpse His head. I hold my breath. It's cold tonight, but still, I'll push open the door and enter in. This night I get to meet the King. I hold my breath.
Not far away were some shepherds out in the field, keeping watch over their flocks by night.
Oh my goodness, what was that made of? Oh, where are the sheep?
Oh my gosh, they were here a second ago.
Well done for the observation.
Then an angel of the Lord appeared to them. The Bible doesn't say which one, but because we couldn't get another angel, they're all sitting on Christmas trees or something, we'll assume it's Gabriel.
Hey, I can always sit on a Christmas tree. Of course, you're too big.
Moving on, the glory of the Lord shone around them and they were filled with fear.
Well, this is a bit distracting.
What's going on?
Have you seen our sheep?
Don't be afraid, just wanted to do a quick bit of housekeeping. You know that Saviour you guys have been waiting for hundreds of years? Well, He's about to be born down the road. You take a left, then a right, 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 then you come all the way back, get your sat nav out, and then you realise your sat nav's run out of battery, and then, anyway. You get lost, follow the Star of Bethlehem. This is what you're looking for. A baby wrapped in a blanket, lying in a manger. Toodles.
Right.
Why are we looking at that? Because we looked at some animals wrapped in wool.
Who on earth was that?
I'm not sure, but he left us with these.
That was an angel of God.
How do you know?
I am an angel of God!
Ah, see?
Why would he come here? Surely you should have gone to the palace.
Maybe he's going to everyone in person. What should we do now?
Forget about the sheep. They won't go far. Let's go find them.
Do you think the Messiah will be any good at gathering our sheep?
Why would he do that? He'll probably be out fighting the Romans. Come on.
Slow down!
When they arrived in Bethlehem, Mary was ready to give birth, and they needed a place to stay.
I said, slow down.
Shut up.
But there was no room anywhere. Eventually, they came to an inn.
Hello, Premier
Is there a cinema around here?
No, do you have a spare room?
There's a cinema, I think it's just down there around the corner, go down straight road. I don't know the road down there. It's got a big flashy sign out the front saying Odeon anyway. Oh, I'm sorry, no room at the inn. It's Christmas, we booked up last night anyhow.
Joseph! You need to get your priorities right. Son of God or Star Wars? Wrong decision!
Son of God.
Bonjour!
Can you please help me? My wife is about to give birth.
I told you we've got no room. Oh yeah, so she is. Well, what do you want me to do about it? What's this child ever going to do for me?
Please!
Oh!
We tried everywhere! We're desperate!
All right, calm down. You're only pregnant. You haven't got man flu. Right. You sort her out. You're a woman. You know about these sorts of things. I'm going back to bed.
Okay, well, I won't let you stay out on the street. We're all here because everyone's turning up for the census. But if you follow me and stay with the animals, it's not ideal, but it's better than nothing. Thank you.
Mum.
Meanwhile, the shepherds were still trying to find the place.
His directions weren't so good.
I think we may be lost.
Well, he said we should look for a star.
Anyone any good at astronomy?
Wait a second, what is this? It says Star Wars tonight in Bethlehem.
Oh. Well, I guess. There's a Death Star. Maybe we should follow that. Let's go.
Hello? Hello, I'm over here.
Have you ever started on a journey but you don't know where you're going? Ever taken the risk to step out your front door and step into the not knowing? Have you ever trusted a promise of something you've never seen? Have you ever had faith to keep watching and waiting for something that's yet to be? We can go to maps and books and ask people and try to do our research, but sometimes answers are given not by human effort or wisdom, but in a moment of heaven on earth. And so we saw a star. Out in the night sky we'd studied for years, something new and bright caught our eye. A different star appeared. And although we didn't know where it would take us, there and then we set off on the road. For we had seen the sign of the newborn king. This was our time to go. And so we just followed the star. Sometimes maps don't cut it, and logic doesn't explain it. Sometimes you're called to just trust the peace that sits deeply in your stomach as you walk a road that's not been walked before, with your only light being the shine of a star. There's a courage that comes with a handmade sign declaring, God is not so far. And so we kept on following. Kings sought to kill this newborn king. Rulers of lands were threatened by him. We saw many people immediately react against this baby's coming, as if they knew this child was different, that this child would shake up everything. Never did we imagine there would be so much death surrounded by a birth. Yet I suppose God had hinted that death would be significant in our gifts of gold, frankincense and myrrh. We didn't know this journey would take us so long and so far, but that's what happens when you set off in faith. We just followed the star. And on the day the star stopped moving and rested over the place, we knew the day had come that we'd meet God face to face. You can't imagine the excitement and joy of knowing we had arrived at the place where we'd in faith been travelling to for years, knowing who would be inside. So we grabbed our gifts for the child and we entered the house of the king. And before we could think we were on our knees, all we could do was worship him. Pouring out my mouth was thanks to God that we should live to see the day that God would move into our world so that everyone might be saved. And we're crying now. We're lost for words. No map or book could have prepared our hearts for what it was like to meet God as human, the hope of the world, love in person. And we knew that from that day we'd never be the same. The reason for our existence had utterly changed. We would journey back to the east, but our faith would remain in the one we found under the star. Because sometimes maps don't cut it, and logic doesn't explain it. Sometimes you're called to just trust the peace that sits deeply in your stomach, as you walk a road that's not been walked before, with your only light being the shine of a star. There's a courage that comes with a handmade sign declaring, God is not so far.
Okay, who brought the gift?
I have.
Great, where are they? Eminem's Christmas album.
Simply needed Christmas wrap. To wrap the presents, you idiot. Where are the real gifts? The gold, frankincense, and myrrh you were supposed to get.
Well, I did get the gold, frankincense, and myrrh. But like you also said, I left them for the postman. And then I bought the £10 per card and the CD for Mary and Joseph.
What's going on in here?
She got the presents mixed up. So the postman is going to get riches beyond his wildest dreams. Meanwhile, Mary, who's just given birth to the Son of God, is going to get a card with a £10 note saying thank you for your on-time and speedy delivery.
Well, that's not way of putting it. You're all idiots. I can't even trust you this.
Sorry, Mummy.
I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed in you guys. You're going to have to get yourselves out of this one.
Well, we can't give this to them. He's the baby Jesus, not the baby G. What are we going to do?
There's only one thing for it. We use the £10 to get different gifts.
But I have a question. Using my superior knowledge of maths, I've discovered that there are 4 of us. And there's only supposed to be 3 wise men.
That's because only 3 of us are wise.
Wait! Not without your crowns.
He's got tiny hands, you know. Tiny fingers. Tiny toes. I wonder how much he's aware of already. I wonder how much he can see. With all the moving around and all the visitors for him, it isn't always easy. My favourite time with him is when we're all alone. When the world can wait and the door is shut and it's just him and I at home. And I love it when he sleeps on me. His little ribcage rises and falls so slowly, peacefully. In those times, I draw my mouth close to his ear, and whispering I say, with every breath you take, Jesus, you take my breath away. But still, I wonder, who is this child? How can I hold God in my arms, he who holds the whole world in the palm of his hands? There's something so powerfully fragile about this baby. I've got humanity's destiny, the saviour of mankind sleeping on me. I've seen kings brought to their knees before my newborn son. I've seen shepherds turn up at our door declaring a new world has begun. I've seen old prophets praising God they can die now they've met the one. I've seen the fear of rulers turn into murders forcing our family on the run. I've seen angels and stars and heavenly choirs shouting out messages into the skies. I've seen miracles and struggles and breakthrough and pain as God brought his word to life. Yet, with everything I've seen and heard and lived, I've had nothing to say in response. I just remember each moment, store it up in my heart, for the day when it will all make sense. I wonder how much he's aware of already. I wonder how much he can see. Does he realise the hope of the world, God with us, is contained in this little body? He's got tiny hands, you know. Tiny fingers, tiny toes. My favourite time with him is when we're all alone, when the world can wait and the door is shut and it's just him and I at home. And I love it when he sleeps on me. His little ribcage rises and falls so slowly, peacefully. In those times, I draw my mouth close to his ear, and whispering, I say, "With every breath you take, Jesus, you take my breath away."
Is that them over there, do you reckon?
Well, I haven't seen any other babies laying in the manger tonight, so I'd hazard a guess that that was him.
Mint pies for all!
Hey! Your directions were rubbish. Your directions got us lost on a field. And then we got lost on a mountain. And then we got chased down by a load of sheep.
Vicious things they were.
Yeah. What are your sheep today? Oh. Why are you wearing those costumes?
Oh, we ended up in the Star Wars movie. We got a bit distracted. We got the Death Star.
And it was really good. Tickets now on sale, Colchester Odeon.
Wait, what? How come they got to see the Star Wars movie and not me? That's so unfair.
Think of it this way, because of all the other stuff going on this time of year, like Star Wars, we got distracted and nearly lost out on what Christmas is truly about right here.
True. Can I try on all the costumes though? I am your father.
No, you're not. You gonna come as well?
Yeah, why not? Ain't no way, like.
When they had seen him, the angels told everybody they met about the child. The shepherds told everybody they met about the child. Then the shepherds went back to their flock.
Oh look, our sheep!
Come on. Come on.
But something had changed for the shepherds. They still have work and family. Nothing in their lives appeared to have changed, except them. They glorified and praised God for the things they had heard and seen. They wanted to express the joy they had found and to change the world around them. But what's happened to our wise men?
Did we really have to stop at the petrol station to get the gift? Well, did you have any better ideas? Everywhere else was shut.
Well, get them up then.
Frankincense-scented candle. Oliver's CD. And Whisper Gold.
Ah, good. The presents.
Do you know I can find the King of Kings, Saviour of the world, Son of God?
Yet you'll find him just there.
Oh, thank you. Come on!
Our Lord on high, Saviour of the world, I humbly present you with this Whisper Gold.
Thank you.
Hurry up! King has
frankincense-scented candle. Thank you.
Come on.
And I, your humble servant, give you the joys of Ollie Mern.
Thanks. Next.
See, I bought you some nappies.
Hey.
I thought that might be actually useful.
And thank you for the gold, frankincense and myrrh the postman dropped off earlier.
Use them wisely, they were very expensive.
Of course, it's great that the real presents arrived, because they're an important part of our story. The real wise men had brought gifts which foretold just who this baby is and who he's going to be. Gold for a king. Not just any king, but the king of kings. Frankincense for a priest, carrying the prayers of the people to heaven and the smoke purifying the temple. And myrrh for a man. Myrrh, precious and highly perfumed, overcoming the smell of death and corruption, foretelling the final days of the final baby on earth.
I just received a message on my iPad. So your cousin was on the way down to see you, but it's been delayed because the Coca-Cola van's broken down and it's blocking the A12. But they have sent you this message here.
Hi Mary, hi everyone. As you can probably tell, I'm stuck in traffic at the moment. Gutted I can't be there on this special day, so I'll give you a few thoughts. I've written them down, it's a bit emotional. Okay, here's the thing. The prophets say that he is going to save the world, that he is the ultimate king, and he is the Prince of Peace. He could have chosen to be born in a palace, he could have chosen to be purely with those who are a part of the in crowd, and who would be able to pamper him. He could have chose the easy route, but this story speaks of how God passionately loves us, risking everything for us, coming into the messiness of our everyday lives to guide us and bring us hope, in the form of valuable child born out of the wedlock, in a palace but in a stable, a refugee born to a mother excluded from her community and to a father's confused as to how a virgin child who could probably take place. This is the story of how God comes to be with us wherever we are, whatever the situation.
So this is the story of the true meaning of Christmas, of the extraordinary breaking into the mundane. We all want to wish you all a very happy Christmas, and may it be one where the extraordinary continues to break through into the lives of ordinary people everywhere.
Okay, thank you so much for coming. Let's just give one round of applause to our class.
Joe for organising the entire thing.
And can we also just give a quick round of applause for the amazing set to Nick Lettington and everyone that helped him with filming the set. Also to Elaine and Yuta for all the work they've done with the costumes as well. And to the people that you can't see there behind you, Matt and Callum for all the amazing work they've done with all of this on here as well. Just before you go, we do have a few more events coming up, which I've picked up a flyer for because I can't remember the dates. So on Sunday the 13th of December, we've got a Christmas venue, which starts at, what time does that actually start at?
3:30.
3:30 that starts at, okay, great. So that's 3:30 this Sunday coming, that's in 2 days' time. Okay, and then on Saturday the 19th, we've got the children's Christmas party as well, which Joe is organising. I think there's posters and stuff around with more details of that. And then at 6:30 p.m. on Sunday the 20th, we've got the community carol service, which will be back here again. It will be lots of fun for all the family. And then on the 24th, we've got the all-age Christingle at 5 p.m. And also on the 24th, we've got midnight communion, which doesn't actually start at midnight, it starts at 11:30, so don't get here at midnight for that one. And then on Friday the 25th, at 10 a.m, we've got our Christmas Day celebration. But thank you all for coming again, and just give these guys one more round. Good night. Encore! Can I reset from the beginning again?
Hi! Come and watch the Nativity!
I'm wise man number 5, and I'm the wise man's mom. You should come and see my children do the Nativity.
Otherwise, you will get scarred!
Okay.
11th of December, doors open at 7 p.m.
Come and show us appreciation!
We spent hours on this performance, 3 whole Saturdays.
You better come.
And a Friday. Remember, 11th of December, doors open at 7 p.m. for a 7:30 start.
You better be there.